Hello and thanks for joining me for another episode of the Outback Pawn Shop in Kenshi. So in the last episode, we went into town and acquired some merchandise. We mugged a few vagrants for their weapons to melt down for iron. We made a few sales, and we started upgrading our iron plate production and a little bit of research, which brings us to where we are now. Now, I did spend a little bit of time in between episodes getting this finished and also finishing our research queue. So, I do want to get the medium building shells done. I think there is a caravan. Who are these guys? No, they're manhunters. Let me see. Okay, we do have a materials trader on the way. So, I do need at least one more book to get that research done. So I'm not sure if we'll get it all done in this episode, but I do want to build a larger building down there. I want to take all the storage out of here, put it on the roof of that. So all the caravans seem to come up down this little section. So I want to put a building over there. In the meantime, we're just getting more building materials ready for the expansion. Let's just speed up time a little bit. Who are these guys? All right, slave hunters. They can contribute to my iron. Let's just take this stuff. Well, his friend's gonna pick him up, so and the med kits we can sell. So if you are joining me for the first time, there will be a link in the description below for the playlist, along with some of my other Kenshi videos that I've done in the past. But I do have some rules for this particular playthrough, and so what are you doing? Did I hit follow? No. Right. So, the rules are okay. So it is a solo run. So I can only have the one character. And this manhunter's come to take these guys off as slaves. I'm not allowed to sell any items direct to shops or to caravans. I'm not allowed to sell slaves. I'm not allowed to hand in bounties. The only way that I'm allowed to make money is through our shop counter, which is in here. Let's just melt this stuff down and we'll put all these med kits in here just to get rid of the stolen tag. Take them out again, they all stack. We'll put those in the shop counter. Started putting partially used ones in there too. So that'll sell a lot cheaper. Also, the animal claws from the skimmers, they do sell, so I've started putting those in there, and crossbows will also sell. let's just see what's going on over here. Alright, so we've got some nomads over here. Let's just patch these guys up. Alright, manhunters. So I'm not a big fan of having the manhunters hanging around. They typically don't buy a lot. But, yeah, this guy down here did see me. So we are going to make a bit of a run for it. Hopefully should be occupied by that skimmer. Yep. Alright, should be fine. Okay, the dust storm would clear. I could see what I'm doing. Alright, so let's get this stuff in here. Easy, easy iron. That is way, way quicker than trying to mine it. And it could be a bit more economical and do math on it, but I'm not too fussed about that. Alright, see what's going on down here. I'm going to leave those guys alone. I don't really want them to be completely aggro with me. They can be a pain in the butt if they're aggro. So we'll take little opportunities where we can. Yeah, where is this caravan? Here comes caravan. It's the Traders Guild, so that is not the materials trader. What I will do is I'll run up and do a bit of trading with him before he arrives. It's a Traders Guild. Typically don't have any money. We'll grab that book. I think I'll grab some electronics. I will be wanting to use some of those. I might grab some fabric as well. Now he's got some money that he can spend. So let's pop this book in here. Yeah, is that enough? What did I need? Okay, let's get that started. Let's pop in here. Pop that away. Yeah. I believe I did research. Let me see. I did research electrical crafting, but I don't really want to mine a lot of copper. So we might just buy electrical components. Do have a few in here. The research will let us do some storage, but I'm not going to worry about that until I've got my bigger building set up. But at least we can get started on this research now. And who are these guys? Okay, that's the same guys that I just traded with. Who's behind them? tech hunters, so hopefully they will buy some stuff. These guys are coming in to do some shopping. Yeah, they bought some stuff. Typically, unless you have bought something off the Traders Guild caravans, they're not going to have any money. The tech hunters will buy stuff sometimes. Yeah, they just bought some sake. Is that the same guy? Yep. And who are these guys? Slavers. Okay, so, I mean, here's the materials trader. What I might do... Let's grab one of these. Alright, so there's a few different factions of slavers, and these ones that are rolling up here. So these guys. They will sometimes buy stuff, usually alcohol, sometimes I think they buy med kits and whatever. But the man hunters and the slave hunters, they don't seem to buy anything. Alright, let's talk to this guy. So this is a scheduled run. Let's dump that shit. Oops. Let's get some iron plates as well. I'm just going to dump it on the ground just so that I can get more. That's going to save us a lot of time getting resources. Let's grab some books off him. Grab the rest of those off him. Alright, and that'll give him some money, but sometimes these are scheduled run. Sometimes the scheduled runs, they don't actually come in and do any shopping. But these guys, yeah, the slavers, I think they just bought some alcohol. Alright. Yeah, would you pick up more than one at a time while you're doing that? Let's put these books away. Alright, we're not going to really research anything else just yet, but we will want to in the future. So yeah, I think that that materials trader did just continue on their way without actually stopping in to do any shopping. But that's fine. Pick up more stuff than pick up more than that. Okay, iron plates are full. Alright, building materials are full. Okay. And we've got the research finished, so let me see. Alright. Let's just come over here. Just gonna drop this stuff over here. Yeah, the other thing that I do want to get going is a hemp farm. Just a small one. So let's put that over here. Yeah, I think 96 is about the best that we're going to get around here. 96 and arid 38 yield is the best that we're really going to get. Alright, so let's pop that there. Should get that built. Alrighty. And now... Alright, let's get my normal bag back. Okay, so I'm going to go for this L house. And we'll pop that in down here. Probably, yeah, maybe somewhere around there. Ought to do it. Who are these guys fighting over here? Tech hunters. Starving vagrants. Alright, let's grab some stuff. We don't have room for that. That's fine. Not going to worry about that. Let's get this built. Is that going to be sunk? No. Okay. And actually, let's get that on the queue. And we'll put it up top. Let's put it up there. And we'll actually just manually get him to use it once, so we'll at least put some water in there and get it started. I'm probably going to leave it as a small one. Don't want super large amounts. I don't want him to be spending all day long farming. These guys are still fighting. Who are they locking up? Sand ninjas. Let's take that. That's another sand ninja. And another one. Let's patch these guys up. Alright. That could go in there. We'll put those in there. So they will melt down as well. They do sell sometimes, but they haven't really been selling that much in this location. Let's get a bit further across in range. Shove those in there. Yeah, who are these guys? Western Hive. So is that the caravan that I just traded with? It's not. Alright, I will grab some more electronics. I think I've got enough books for now. Definitely got enough iron and whatnot. Or iron plates. Oh, we'll be needing iron ore later on. Pop that in there. Good thing about this too is it will store an unlimited amount of ore. So let's shove these electronics in here. Fabric away. And I will be able to make my own fabric. These guys are buying stuff up though. Yep, I think they bought a crossbow. Who's attacking me? Who are these guys? Sand ninjas. Alright, let's run. Should be able to outrun these guys. They give up. That's the wandering assassin. He's a good customer. Yeah, the sand ninjas never buy anything. They will fight with the other people, and if they do fight with the other people will be more inclined to buy medication. Alright. Let's get this built though. And then we'll reorganise our storage a bit better. Yeah, let me just see. I'm going to want a hemp storage. Will I be able to fit that in here? Should be able to, like that. And still got iron plates over there. Okay, so I may have overdone it with buying iron plates, but we will use them. Now we are going through the building materials though. And who have we got rolling up here? Okay, it's the slavers back again. Who's this? I think that's still the same hiver. Somebody just bought something. Bought bought the rum. But I'm not a fan of having to go inside a building to see what's in there. So we're gonna reorganize all our storage. It's actually the boss. see if we can duck in here. Get in here. Lock the door. Right. Oh, he's got money. Let's take that. Well, maybe I shouldn't have taken his money, because otherwise he would be able to spend it, but that's fine. Let's pop that in there. Take that out. We'll wait till something else is in there as well. Okay. Have your job back on. Let's pop that in there. Let's loot that skimmer. I'll put some foul meat on the ground just for any of the caravan traders' animals. Pop the claws in there. And back to our building. These guys are buying the meat. And who are these guys fighting? Okay, so that's built. Let me see. Alright, so there's nothing in there. Alright, let's have a look in here. Let's take that out of there. That can go in the shop counter. So we can dismantle that one. Dismantle that one. We can dismantle that one. Probably don't need the crossbow locker anymore, seeing as we've got the furnace. Okay. So, what I want over here, let's go for building materials. So the stuff that I can put outside, I will put outside. But I'm going to have it all close together so that it's sort of easy to get to. Alright, so building materials, iron plates, steel bars, copper, let's see, what else? Stones. Ore. I think the leather has to go indoors. Skins. Alright. Get skins in there. Possibly won't need the meat, but I will put one there just in case. Let's see. What else? Don't really need cactus just yet. Alright, under farming, put our water tank over here as well. I'll put it around here, that's fine. I don't mind if he has to run back and forth to transport stuff. Okay. So, up here, let's pop in a storage for armor plates. Chainmail. Let's put in our food store. Alright, let's get electricals. Fabric. Leather. Oh, we want our shop counters as well. So, we'll put shop counters up on the roof too. And later on we'll do some decorations and stuff in the bottom floor. But everything is now going to be easy to see and access. Well, at least once we've built it all. Put in 3 shop counters there. Don't really need the rum barrels yet. Alright. And I do want a general storage chest, my personal items. Let's confirm on that. It's Traders Guild. We'll grab his fabric off him. Okay, so let's take this water out of here. Dismantle that one. Copper. Let's take that out of there. dismantle that one. Steel bars. Yeah, I'm going to start keeping some steel bars. I have been selling those in the shop counter. But I'm going to start keeping some of those. Okay, iron plates. That's full. That's fine. Building materials. So what have we got on the ground? We've still got plenty of iron plates and stuff on the ground. Alright. So let's take these off. Okay, so we'll take them out of there. And that lot. Dismantle that one. Let's auto hold this one. Let's come in here. Let's take all that out and dismantle that one. So if it just says hauling to, it means like that container is no longer available. So they're the ones that we dismantled. All right. Now let's pop that at the bottom. Oh, let's actually just get rid of those for the moment. All right. Let's take that one out. Let's take all this stuff out and dismantle that one. And put some food in this one. So let's get a bit closer. Personal supply. The rest of the food can go in there. And we'll just let him put all this stuff away. Alright, so now we can see our shoppers come up top. Now, I do believe that all of the counters are shared. So if they go to this counter, they will buy stuff that's in these ones, and vice versa. Alright, he's going to do his farming. That's fine. We'll let him do that. While he's doing that though. Okay. Dismantle that one. Skins. Dismantle that one. Okay. Let's auto hold that one. Alright. Get inside so I can see what I'm doing. That's why I'm rearranging all of this. Alright. So we can shove that in there and I'm out of range. Let's move up. Okay, did we add electricals to this? Doesn't look like it. So let's add electricals there. Get back in here. Get the rest of this gear. Alright. Dismantle that. Okay. So that's my personal supply. Alright. So the electrical is full. So just shove some spares in there for a minute. And let's move some of this stuff. Alright, so food can all go in here. Haven't been selling too many of the repair kits. We did sell some early on in the game, I believe. But not so many lately. Alright, come on. Where are you? Let's get in here. Alright. Let's transfer all this. We can dismantle that one. And we'll use this little building probably for some batteries. Let's come over here. Alright, that can go in there. All of these. Probably should have used the wooden backpacks so they would have stacked in here. But it doesn't matter. Alright, food in here. So, does look like they have bought up all of our meds. Yeah, we'll let him get back to transferring all of his stuff. Who's this guy? He's dead. What's this one? Let's pull him out of there and dismantle that one. And what I will do is let's just put in a torch post up here. We don't really need it, but we'll just light that area up a little bit. Alright, so probably be spending a little bit of time transferring the rest of this. Who are these guys? They are the slave hunters. Most of the time they should leave us alone. But every now and then they'll think that we might be worth taking as a slave. Alright, so what do we got here? Water. Let's pop that up here under the farm. Okay. To have additional iron plates. Let me see. All right, so maybe we will put up an extra one for iron plates, just for the time being. Squeeze that in there. We will use all those. Okay, so anyway, we have expanded our shop. We now have more than one shop counter. We've moved all of our storage into the one area. Just going to make it easier. It's visible. We don't have to go inside a building to get to any of it. That's going to make things a little bit easier, and all the caravans come up around this area, I believe. So anyway, that is going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy this video, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you'd like to see more, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.